G'day guys, welcome back. And this video we're going to get some paint on the HT Ute. So I've been in here all day scratching around on it, getting it ready. I'll flip around, give you a look. We're currently in the booth and I'm starting to mask it. There's a little bit more things to do until it's ready to paint, but I'll give you a look and talk you through it, and then we're going to get stuck into it. All right, so we're in here. As I said, we're starting to tape it up, mask it up. You know, nice little foldies where I want the paint to just have a nice edge. I'm debating whether or not to pull the wheels off because it's a bit hard to get right in the lips. But I've got to see if the boys have got some tools for me to get them off. So what I've done, or what me and my mate from work have done, because he's done all the panel work on this ute and he's done majority of, you know, everything. We've blocked the whole car down with 220 on a spline. We're using multiple splines, just so we can get it as nice and straight as we can. So once that was done, we re-guide coated it, buzzed all the flat bits with 500 grit on a sander with a soft interface pad. Obviously staying away from all the lines and stuff that you want to try and obviously keep sharp and true. And then all the edges we've used either, you know, a bit of a combination of a 500 soft pad sandpaper and a 320, so which is fine because I'm going to wet on wet this car. So you know, 320 normally is too coarse, but these are the pads, so it's just like a Rotolo, like got a foam backing on it. 320 on them is fine to then wet on wet. So I'm currently, I've prep soled the whole car. Obviously always prep sole your car before you're going to mask it. Prep sole everywhere where you're going to tape, so your tape sticks. And then, so once it's all basically taped up, I've got some sealer to do around the sill, all in that gap. I've got to seal that up. I'm also going to put some sealer in this gap because the tailgate, as you can tell, has been welded so it's smooth and flat and all that kind of thing. I don't want to leave them open because when the owner washes the car, if water gets in there, it's actually got no way to get out. So I've suggested to him that we put a couple little holes underneath, just even if they're tiny little ones, just to give the water somewhere where it can drain. We've got a billet fuel flap that we're going to mount on there so it looks shit hot. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what we're going to aim to get painted tomorrow. I'll come in first thing in the morning because it's a bit hot now because I'm painting the car in solvent. I don't really like to paint it, especially the colour that it is. I don't like to paint solvent on a bit of a hot day, so I'm going to basically get most of it ready, and then come in first thing in the morning, finish it off, and hopefully get it nailed before lunchtime, before any heat comes. It's only meant to be about 25 here tomorrow, so it's perfect. So I'll keep chugging along, and yeah, I'll cut you back on when I'm doing sealer and things like that, and we'll get rolling. All right, so I've come in, got it all masked up, got it all taped up. I didn't film it because, I mean, it's masking, it's pretty boring, so there is paper under there, but it's sucked in, so I'll have to fix that up. So yeah, we're basically ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is I've got some seam sealer. So this is the one I'm using, the Terracin MS9320. So multifunctional seam sealant. So from factory they've got a nice bead in here that fills that little gap up. I think under here I've got to put a bit of a bead under here, under the drip rails. So I'll do that on both sides. And then I've got post of urethane, and I'm going to jam that in here, just so it stays where I want it to stay, and it's going to seal it up. So that's what I'm going to use in there. So I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to be able to mix up some wet on wet, get it wet on wetted, and then start painting it. I'm fucking keen to see this painted, so let's get into it. Alright, so I've gone ahead and done the sealer, wiped it in there, wiped it in up top, so it's all nice and neat. And then sealed the sill, put a little bit of that little bit there that I saw, so we should be good to go. Sealed up in there, they're pretty massive gaps, so had to pump it in there. It looks like there's a fuck ton in there, and there is a little bit because the gap was so huge, but it should be all good now. So that sill, beautiful. All up the top, right along, right along. Alright, so now that it's all sealed up, I'm going to go mix some wet on wet up, and I'm going to start painting. So yeah, let's hook in. Alright, so wet on wet's on. We're looking good, it's looking clean so far, which is good. So just one covering coat, just to help coverage, you know, any little rub throughs or anything like that. That protects you against all that. So, you know, you don't really want rub throughs and be painting over rub throughs because it can wring them out. You know, you can have pinholes, whatever it may be. Wet on wet is basically, you know, a little bit of insurance against any of that. So, yeah, I'll let this sit for 10 minutes, maybe 15, let it flash off. I'll go and mix colour up, and we'll be able to start painting it. So let's keep cracking along. Alright, so I'll mix some colour up. So same deal, 2 to 1. If you didn't watch the last episode, last video, painting the Ute in the Baslac solvent, 35 line, so it's 2 to 1, 2 parts paint, 1 part thinner. So you can just buy your cups with the increments on it. You know, if I go to the top of the 9 here in the first column, I'll go to the top of the 9 on the second. 2 to 1, nice and easy. So if you're unsure about that, that's how you mix that up to the correct ratio. So I'll mix this up and we'll get it in the gun and get spraying. Alright, so you've watched me put the first coat on. I've gone and put another couple on without filming. Might film the last one, and that way, you know, it's not overdoing filming the painting stuff, because I don't think you just want to watch every single coat, and then we'll be ready to mix up clear and get it finished up. So, which is the cool part, everyone likes watching it when it's cleared. So, last coat to go, let's get stuck into it and get it done. Alright, so the base is all down. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, 10 minutes, make sure it's all flashed off nice, and I'll mix clear up in the meantime. So we're using the Baslac 40-40, 2-to-1, 10% thinner, and I think I might put 3 on it. I generally just do 2, but I may put a third, just in case I end up having to polish it. Like, yeah, I'm not sure what the owner wants, but I don't really want to polish it. So 3 coats, if I do get any little nibs, generally 3 coats, thick enough to cover it, and I can bury and hide a lot of it. So I'll see how it looks after a second coat. If I think it needs a third, I'll put a third on it, but I'll flip it around and show you what it's like spaced up, and then we'll mix clear up and get stuck into it. Right, so it's the first coat of clear on. I've let it sit for a bit. Now I'll put a nice second one on it, and hopefully it all looks pretty good. I can get away with 2 coats. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see how it looks. And then I'll decide if I want to put a third on it, but it's looking like 2 might be enough. So let's put the second one on it, get it finished up, see how she looks. Alright, so we're done and I'm fucked. I can't wait to fucking get home. It's currently Sunday, so like, you know, I'm doing all this on the weekends, like it's, you know, no time off. So anyway, it's all done. I haven't baked it. I'm not going to bake it. I'm just going to let it do its thing, gas out naturally, and just let it fucking flow and all that sort of shit. So it's kind of pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. There's really not much shit in it, which is great. A couple of little bits in the roof. Yeah, I'll flip around, give us a look, and yeah. All right, so we've got the guards and the doors in the booth set up on the stands, all rubbed, 320'd. Doors have obviously been blocked with 220 and the splines, guide coated, buzzed with 500. All the edges were 320'd, same as the guards. So they're both in here, both doors. I got the lining board set up, little ashtray on there. I'm going to put the wiper vents in here too. And then we've got the glove box lid in as well. So that's going to get most of the rest of the parts done for the ute. And then all we've got to do is the bonnet and the front stone tray. So we're looking pretty good. So I'm going to paint all this stuff now. My mate's doing the bonnet now, prepping that underneath, blocking the top of it, getting that ready. So I can come in probably first thing in the morning and paint the bonnet and the stone tray, and then we can start reassembly. So yeah, pretty keen to get it done and get it back together because we're a couple of weeks out from Christmas, and old mate wants his car back and I want the money. So let's get into it. All right, we're all prep sold, blown off, tack ragged. Got the wet on wet in the gun. So we're gonna fucking just get straight into it. Alright, so wet and wet's on, been sitting for 15. Time to get the colour on. Let's get into it. Alright, so we've got the colour all on. Just going to let it dry now. Give it 5 or 10. And then we'll be able to get it cleared. So should come out pretty good, I think. I'm excited to get it done. So I'll mix up some clear and we'll get in and get them cleared out. Then we get the bonnet in and get that done. Alright, so we are all done. It's come up pretty good, I'm pretty happy with it. Fucking thing is dead straight. Yeah, I mean, what else do I say? My mate Jimmy, they've done all the body work. I mean, fucking top-notch work as usual. Shit hot. So we'll be able to bake it now because I want to get the bonnet in and get that painted. So tomorrow we just come in and we start fitting it all up. So yeah, that's that. Alright, so we got the bonnet in. Last piece of the puzzle. Stone tray. And these two little infill panels that I forgot about. So this is all that's left. So we're at the tail end of it. So I've got when I'm wetting the gun up there, and we're going to get stuck in and get it finished. Alright, so we're all finished up. Thank God. It's been a big couple of days, a few big weeks. Now we're finished. So bonnet's all painted in and out. Stone tray and a couple little bits up there. So now tomorrow we'll be able to come in and start piecing it back together. So I'm pretty keen to see what it looks like with everything bolted on it, and it all looks complete. So yeah, tomorrow when we come in the morning, this stuff will be done. We've got to get everything out. I can give Jimmy a hand to put the panels back on the ute. Once they're bolted on, he can do all the adjustments and do what he's doing. And then I'll probably just check around the ute. A few little spots I want to polish where I've got a couple little bits of shit that are a little bit too big for my liking. So I'll rub those out, get them sorted out. So the ute's looking pretty sharp. And once it's all together, polished, it'll be finished. So tomorrow Arvo, we should be, it should be a nice cruise today, and we'll get it knocked out pretty quick. And then old matey's going to pick it up Tuesday night after work. So tomorrow I'll do a bit more film as the ute goes back together, and I'll include all that in this video. I'm just going to put all this video together. Might be a bit long, but it is what it is. It's I'm not going to stretch it out, multiple videos, just doing little bits and pieces. So until tomorrow, I'll cut you back on that. Alright, so the ute's all back together. Jimmy's just left. Yeah, what a big few weekends. But even though it's been a bit of a stress and a bit of a push, now that it's all finished, I mean, you sort of forget all the work you put in. And I mean, Jimmy put a lot more in it than I did. I've only sort of painted it. Whereas Jimmy's got like 8 or 9 months worth of bodywork in it. Every weekend just thrashing on it to get it done. So the bonnet, don't stress too much there. We've still got to adjust those hinges. It's got the billet hinges in it, and he had to take off, so we're going to try and tidy that up tomorrow, get it sitting a bit better. But that is it. The ute is finished. So it looks shit hot, I reckon. So I know it's been a bit of a long video, but if you prefer it to be long like this, I can do that, that's fine. I just wanted to put it all in one video and be done with it. So it's come out really nice, for what it was. Sometimes it can be hard to see the finished product, when a thing gets dropped off and it's, not looking its best. So, but it's come up really good. We're both pretty happy with it. And I hope when our mate picks it up, he's going to be stoked with it.